Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're talking about Jonathan Taylor and asking the question, is he the next Emmitt Smith? Make sure to like the video for the YouTube algorithm, and also only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed, so if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video. So far this season, Jonathan Taylor's rushed for 1,205 yards, 14 touchdowns while averaging 5.8 yards per carry. He's been absolutely dominant, and he's just 22 years old and in his second year in the NFL, so how is he this good already?
Taylor showing the wheels, and Jonathan Taylor is in. Touchdown!
Let's go back and see how he got to this point. Jonathan Taylor was born on January 19, 1999 in Salem, New Jersey. He was exposed to sports at an early age as his father was a college-level basketball player. Jonathan would end up playing football, however, for Salem High School, where during his senior season, he would rush for a New Jersey record 2,815 yards, averaging 234 yards per game, scoring 37 total touchdowns. I mean, he was absolutely terrifying the high school defenses, and he was basically unstoppable. He ended his high school career rushing for 4,642 yards and 51 touchdowns. However, despite these incredible, amazing numbers, he was only ranked as a 3-star recruit and just the 24th ranked running back in the entire nation in the class of 2017. He actually originally committed to playing for Rutgers University, but he would switch his commitment and sign with the University of Wisconsin, which, as we all know, has been historically great for running backs. But he was only the 24th ranked running back recruit in the nation, like we said earlier, so he probably wouldn't be that great, right? I mean, it would probably take him a while before he actually even saw the field because they had so much talent. Well,
Taylor, how about this? Jonathan Taylor! All the way into the end zone, touchdown!
yeah, scouts around the nation got this one completely wrong, as Jonathan Taylor would be a superstar in college. But as we said, he came in as a lower recruit, so he started as the 4th string running back as a true freshman, but it was said that during practice, he ran for a 70-yard touchdown and caught a touchdown pass in his first practice against the first-team defense. Coaches and players then knew instantly that Taylor was going to be somebody special. He would work his way up the depth chart, and to start the 2017 season, he would share the starting role with 2 other running backs in a run-by-committee approach. However, in just his second college game as a true freshman, he would rush for 223 yards and 3 touchdowns. And in week 5, he would rush for 249 yards against Nebraska. I mean, he was just playing out of his mind. And he was quickly turning into one of the best players in the entire nation and starting to enter some Heisman conversations. He would even tie the FBS record for fewest games to reach 1,000 rushing yards, joining greats like Emmitt Smith, Marshall Faulk, Adrian Peterson. I mean, some elite company. Taylor would finish his freshman season rushing for 1,977 yards with 13 touchdowns while averaging 6.6 yards per carry. He would also finish second all-time in freshman rushing yards. Taylor proved that being a 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, 1-star, no star, it doesn't matter. It doesn't determine how good you're actually going to be in college. Looking back, he should have been one of the top 5 overall recruits in the entire nation, maybe even number 1. He helped lead the Wisconsin team to a school record 13 wins, including an Orange Bowl victory to end the season. As a sophomore in the 2018 season, Taylor would be even better. He would again dominate teams and even had an insane 321 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns against Purdue. He would end the season with an FBS leading 2,194 yards and 16 touchdowns while averaging 7.1 yards per carry. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, basically every time he got the ball, you were probably looking at a first down. He would win the Doak Walker Award, which is the top award for a running back in college. At this point, many people around the nation thought he was ready to go to the NFL. He was amazing. He didn't need to be in college anymore, but as you all know, due to the rules, he had to go back for his junior season, as you have to be in college for at least 3 years before you can move on to the NFL. As a junior, he would again be one of the best players in the nation. He again had multiple 200+ rushing yard games, and for the second straight season, he would pass 2,000 yards rushing. He would also win his second straight Doak Walker Award, the first player to do that since Darren McFadden did it back in 2007 with Arkansas. He would, of course, after this season, declare for the NFL draft, and he finished his amazing college career finishing 4th all-time in FBS rushing yards with 6,174 yards. He also broke these records: most 200-yard rushing games in a career with 12, and most rushing yards through freshman, sophomore, and junior seasons. He was sensational, and unlike when he was in high school, every scout knew Taylor very well, and NFL scouts liked him, but again seemed to underestimate him. He had an incredible college career. He had a good combine. He even ran a 4.39 40-yard time, but scouts thought he was a 2nd or 3rd round pick. Some said that he only had those records in yards due to him being in the run-heavy Wisconsin offense, so he would fall in the draft all the way to the second round, where he was picked 41st overall by the Cleveland Browns, but the Indianapolis Colts traded for him. It seemed like yet again he was being underestimated. I mean, mostly things like he had too many college carries, didn't catch the ball that often, didn't really get opportunities to, and he had some fumble issues. To me, I thought it was absolutely crazy that he wasn't a first-round pick, and when I started seeing the scouting reports, I didn't understand why he wasn't a first-round pick. So was Taylor really not prepared for the NFL? Was he really not going to be as good as he was in college?
Wow! Taylor's gone! Jonathan Taylor! Goodbye, touchdown!
As you already guessed by now, yeah, scouts were again completely wrong about Jonathan Taylor. Taylor picked up where he left off at Wisconsin. As a rookie in the 2020 season, Taylor would play in 15 games, rushing for 1,169 yards, 11 touchdowns, averaging 5 yards per carry. And the whole not being able to catch the football thing, well, he caught 36 receptions for 299 more yards. So clearly he could catch the football out of the backfield, he just didn't really get a chance at Wisconsin as they just ran a different kind of offense. He had an excellent rookie season and again proved the doubters and critics wrong. I mean, Taylor showed off his home run speed, and it was clear he could break for a touchdown if you gave him even just a small gap or a little bit of a chance. He would finish third in the league in rushing, and watching him live, it was obvious that he was the real deal. He showed that throughout his career, despite being underrated every single time he turned around, that he was actually an amazing player. So how would he play in the 2021 NFL season?
Double the yardage back and get the first down and rip it down the sideline, now to the middle of the field. Jonathan Taylor.
Yes, so far this year, Jonathan Taylor has been the best running back in the NFL. He has home run speed, and he's helped the Colts to a 6-6 record as of this video, and he's on pace for 1,700 yards and 20 touchdowns. He's helped transform the Indianapolis Colts offense and looks to be one of the best running backs in the NFL for the foreseeable future. Is he the next Emmitt Smith? Well, Emmitt Smith was incredible at finding gaps in defenses, and he was able to shift and be able to cut through and avoid tackles. It was just amazing watching Emmitt Smith and the way he could run around defenders. He also stayed incredibly healthy and played for longer than most running backs do in their careers. But watching Jonathan Taylor, I see that same gap reading ability that Emmitt Smith had, and when you throw in Taylor's game-breaking speed, he has the potential to be an all-time great if he stays healthy and continues to improve. And I know people don't like it when I or anyone else compare current players who are younger to, Hall of Famers or players that were amazing, but I really do see a lot of talent in Jonathan Taylor, and I think if he stays healthy throughout his career, he could easily be a top 20 all-time NFL running back and maybe even more. Taylor has such a great story and should motivate a lot of people out there. I mean, every time someone doubts him, he just goes out there and proves them wrong. He doesn't care what the critics say about him. Will he be the next Emmitt Smith? I guess we'll all find out.
The 10, Taylor is his first big win. Taylor breaking free. Has a lead blocker. Taylor.
Let me know what you think about Taylor and how good you think he's been so far in his career. What do you think about people doubting him, everything they say about him? Is he going to be healthy, going to be an all-time great? What do you think is going to happen? And if you've made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing and liking the video, as it really helps my channel grow. Taylor's an amazing player, and I think we should all sit back, relax, and enjoy watching him for hopefully a very long time. As always, everyone, I'll see you in the next one.